Hello, everyone. Oh my god. Let me try that again. Hello, everyone. I'm Captain Shar. I am mostly a retro gamer. Sometimes I do reaction content. This is one of those times, actually. We're reacting to more ShoeOnHead, this time Cult of the CryBullies. Why people hate the left. So, I am not going to pretend to know too much about politics, other than most politicians in power suck. There. That's basically the extent of my knowledge. Most of them just suck. Anyways. It's Shue. Link to the original down below. So let's hop into it and see what she's got to say.
Hello friends, and welcome to another episode of What the Hell is Going On with your host, Ugly Belle Delphine. Now before you ask...
I do remember people comparing her to that thing.
Yes, there is an Epstein Files video coming out. I feel
no.
like everyone has like streamer brain nowadays, and like every fucking video has to be breaking news in order to get the most views. But
Well, unless it's drama or other crazy content, it usually does not get the views anymore. That's just basically how the world is right now. It's been the driving narrative behind, I guess, X now. I don't know, it's weird. It's just like, good news doesn't really sell well. Dramatic news and eye-catching news, or people that are news that's gonna make people angry, anything that makes people elect emotion, basically, is what the news, which gets aired, because it gets the most views.
I'm taking my time with it. I'm sure you understand, there is a lot happening. You know, with...
Well, not only that, there's stuff that I have, TLDR, I've read some of the stuff they put out, and the next day they've, like, taken those files down again. I'm like, nope, this never happened. And it's just like, so more of it's been blacked out again? Okay, sure.
This anti-Semitic culture right now, she voted against a resolution condemning.
Is Jewish. I want to be clear.
Do you want to go there, Attorney General? Do you want to go there?
What the fuck?
Are you serious?
Gentlemen,
Talking about anti-Semitism to a woman who lost her grandfather in the Holocaust.
Your country, sir. Anyway, let's just forget
The country's on fire. Let's just put it nicely.
about these satanic billionaire pedophiles running the world, and let's talk about some internet drama, shall we? Because that is what's really important. For a little over a decade
Actually, the internet drama's probably refreshing compared to the other news, let's face it.
now, the most inane things can get you called a racist or a Nazi on the internet, to the point where these words hold little to no meaning anymore. It's so bad that when someone is called a racist or a Nazi online, I'm immediately like, oh, what funny joke did they tell? But ladies and gentlemen, we have a...
No, it seems like those words are just now, a lot of words nowadays are just thrown around all willy-nilly, and they have lost all impactful meaning. Like, there's a lot of words out there now that, like, I don't know where to start, but I was like, the easiest way to start is some words that used to be considered curses, and now they're just like, meh.
officially come to the point where not saying anything also makes you a racist Nazi. For the
Right,
few of you watching this channel who are employed, there's a very popular Twitch streamer named Emaru. She's a cosplayer and just kind of a fun, chill, normie video game.
I'll be honest, I never heard of her until the whole drama explosion happened. I know. Shar, you live under a rock. Yes, I do.
Streamer. Well, the other day, someone in her chat asked her opinion about ICE, and this is what she had to say.
Like, there's a certain extent where I'm like, okay, sure, I get people wanting big content creators to, like, say their opinions on, like, important topics. I get that, right? But it's like, if you need
What the
a
hell is that
streamer who
food?
doesn't even know anything about politics to tell you about politics, you probably just need to get off the internet.
In a world where it seems like every single celebrity is just screaming their political takes completely unprompted, this was a refreshing thing to hear. Seems like a pretty sane, rational, inoffensive thing to say, right? Wrong. This short little clip where she ironically tried to avoid controversy.
Yeah, and you can't really, it's gotten to a point where people have gone full, either you're with us or you're against this kind of mob mentality now.
Ended up being one of the most controversial dramas this year. I feel like decades worth of news has happened in the past like 2 months, don't you? Every day there's like a...
Shoo, the whole month of January felt like another year went by. That's how everything has exploded. news-wise.
Breaking story of the most insane shit you've ever heard in your life. And everyone is expected to have a fully formed opinion on every single breaking story. There's pressure to react, to pick a side, to condemn, to defend. But the reality is, when a story first breaks, we're usually not seeing the full picture. And that's why for
Ground
years
News,
now, I
or
have been
Ground
using
News,
today's
sorry.
sponsor, Ground News.
Yep.
So let's quickly give them a shout out before we jump into today's video, shall we? Ground News is a website and an app that lets you see how news stories are being covered.
She always seems to pull off the wigs, like, super well.
Covered all across the political spectrum, from left, right, and center. Every story comes with a quick visual breakdown of political bias, ownership, and headlines that helps you understand the full story and really make sure you
I just consider almost all news bullshit most of these days now. Because nobody does anything about any of the problems going on, it feels like, anymore. It's just like, okay, yeah, sure, whatever. So this is happening and no one's doing anything about it? Cool beans. I'm saying that sarcastically, right? It's absolutely horrible.
you're getting both sides. They really make it fun and easy to compare headlines to see how political bias and media ownership can affect the framing of a story. For example, let's take a look at this one about how RFK admits he used to snort cocaine off toilet seats. If you look it up on
What?
Ground News, a right-wing headline covers it like this: RFK revealed why he wasn't scared of COVID. It was a legendary answer. And a left-wing outlet covers the same story like this: Robert F. Kennedy Jr. doesn't fear germs, and his reason is really gross. Same story, completely different vibes. The Ground News feature I like the most is the blind
It just seems like, oh, we're gonna copy the story, but we're gonna change the headline, and that's about it.
spot tool. It shows you how news stories have been covered by only one side of the political spectrum and ignored by the other. For example, here's a story about how Hillary Clinton says migration has gone too far. Rare Hillary Clinton W. Suspicious. 37 sources covered it, 91% of those sources were right-wing, and only 4% were left-wing. Interesting. Or this one about how middle-class Americans are selling plasma because of financial pressure. Americans are selling their blood because they're so poor. 71% of the sources that covered this were left-wing, and only 14% were right-wing. I have been using Ground News for like 5 years now, and I am obsessed. It is one of the first apps I open when I wake up in the morning.
And we can tell. Well, that and the shaving company. Was it Henson Shaving?
It really helps me stay informed and helps me keep up with the news for my videos. But don't just take my word for it. Even the Nobel Peace Center recognized—
Like I've always said before, like the politics stuff, which spectrum, left, right, center, whatever, or centrist, whatever the hell it is, it means nothing to me, because it's just like, unless you're someone who gets your job and actually does a good job for the people you're supposed to be serving and not your own pockets, I don't give a damn really at that point. And most modern politicians, unfortunately, are greedy SOBs, so...
Ground News as an excellent way to stay informed, avoid echo chambers, and expand your worldview. Best of all, I am currently offering 40% off their Vantage plan, which is the plan I use to access all their amazing features. This comes to only like $5 a month, which is like the price of a cup of coffee now.
Depending on where you get your coffee, $5 for coffee is expensive. Unless you're going to Starbucks, then it's like $15 to $20 here. Ugh. Yeah, no, some of the places for coffee and stuff is not cheap. So though, like the only problem I have with a lot of these things, it's almost every price is in USD, and it's just like USD means nothing to me because Canadian. So
Nowadays. To get the 40% discount, just go to ground.news/shoe or use the QR code on screen right here, or click the
I'm
link in the
just
video description down below
being
to
old.
subscribe to their Vantage plan today. Big thanks to Ground News for sponsoring this video, and thank you, the viewer, for not skipping the ad as always.
how many wigs did you use in the intro of this?
Right? And now, let's get back to the video.
And I
In this
got
video,
too
we are
much.
going to talk about the drama surrounding Emaru, the people trying to cancel her, the mistake the left is making by embracing cancel culture again. We're gonna read some insane,
Really? They're bringing that crap back again? Ugh.
hilarious tweets, of course. And then we will talk about my personal experience with these people. And what do I mean by these people? I mean the cult of the CryBullies. I'm sorry if I sound even more like a prepubescent boy in this video. I am a little bit sick, but I am here, slaving over a hot laptop.
You sound the exact same. What are you talking about, girl?
For you. If you guys saw my last video, you know I am quite critical of ICE. I don't think we should abolish them, of course, but I think it is good and healthy to criticize your government. I am a political culture war commentator. I talk about political topics often. People come to me to hear my political opinions. But not everybody wants to be a political YouTuber or streamer. And not everybody wants to listen to a political YouTuber or streamer.
The fact that I will listen to her about politics, and she's the only person that I've actually listened to about politics, period, because I don't trust the words out of the actual politicians' mouths. She doesn't pick a side, she just tells it how it is, basically. It's just like, nope, this person's a piece of shit, this person's a piece of shit, this person deserves to be flailed or thrown into the pit. Like, I appreciate that. I like that. It's a nice approach.
Sometimes we just want to have fun and talk about other things. There are lots of other things to talk about. Sometimes we want to look at funny memes or watch funny videos without having politics shoved down our throat. So a lot of people thought it was really refreshing when a cosplay streamer was basically like, I don't want to talk about politics. Why are you coming to me for politics? It was a perfectly sane, rational opinion. So of course, like, half the internet had a problem with it. It's just not that hard to say f ICE. It's really not that hard to say f ICE, to be honest. Is it so hard to just say f ICE? It's really not hard to say f ICE. Jesus Christ, how hard is it to just say f ICE? How hard is it to just say f ICE? How hard is it to just say f ICE and move on? Oh my god. Just say f ICE. It's not hard. Is it so hard to
Like I said, it's basically come you're with us or against us kind of mentality.
just say the line? Say the line! Say it! Jesus Christ, like, at this point, even if Emaru did want to, like, abolish ICE, even if she really did think, f ICE, she shouldn't say it. Like, I wouldn't say it at this point, because this is just, like, this is creepy. This is like a horde of zombies chasing after you. Hey, it's actually super easy to stream and have opinions. I'll show you. F ICE, f Donald Trump and everyone in his administration, f Elon Musk, free Palestine, US is on stolen land built by stolen people, Luigi did nothing wrong, abortion is healthcare, leave trans-
I know it's not the same Luigi, but every time someone mentions Luigi, it's like, yeah, like, fuck.
people the f alone. These people literally just speak in bumper stickers, dude. Just like copy pasting the internet leftist.
Man, I remember those Trudeau bumper stippers. The fuck? I can't even talk. What the hell's a stipper? Hold on. I know this is gonna be dumb, but now I'm just gotta check real quick. What the hell is it? No. No, it's not what I looked for. You stupid AI. No. Wow, AI has actually broken the internet. Well, no joke there. Well, we already knew that. No, because it's autocorrecting to the other thing that has an R in it. So it's just like, eh.
Starter
Anyways.
pack. What the hell am I looking at? I hate the red alone.
Let's take that
These
back.
people literally just speak in bumper stickers, dude. Just like copy pasting the internet leftist starter pack. What the hell am I looking at?
Probably a bunch of parrots, Shoe, if I had to guess.
I hate the Reddit ass. Hey, it's super easy. It's crazy, like 1,000 years ago, this dude's ancestors were hunting mammoths. And now he's on here like, Men should not be speaking like this. I'm sorry. We need another war. The post that really seemed to kick this all off was made by Denims, the self-described largest female political streamer. Only because I don't stream, Denims. Only because I don't stream.
She's probably right. Like, you figure if Shoe here actually streamed, she probably would actually be #1 at a lot of these things.
Anyway, I don't have any, like, personal beef with Denims. This isn't, like, an own Denims video. We used to be kind of...
When someone, I thought this is gonna age me, but when someone says Denims, I'm just thinking, jeans? What? The fuck does jeans have to do with anything?
cool years ago, but she apparently has some opinions on Emaru, so
Sure,
let's hear her out.
of course.
Never thought I'd see the day we'd be fence-sitting the modern Gestapo.
Oh, this!
First of all, she's not fence-sitting. She's just choosing not to talk about politics. Like, in order to...
Yeah, I saw this and I was like, Right. Anywho. Because I try to stay in my lane. This is the exception to when it comes to politics. Shue gets a pass because I've been watching Shue for ages now. I know. Although I'm ancient.
Fence it, you actually have to say something. She didn't even say anything. Like, how do you even know what her opinion is? Second of all, modern Gestapo. Why is everything the fucking Holocaust? It's totally normal to criticize ICE.
I'm pretty sure the only reason why they're saying that is that the only comparison they can conceive of right now. But it's just it's a different. It's just a pretty slope to say anything about it these days. So it's kind of
It's totally understandable to have issues with the things they are doing. But modern Gestapo? Don't you guys get tired of this shit? Like, don't you guys get tired of saying, like, isn't this exhausting after a while? Everything is Nazis, everything is the Holocaust, everyone is Hitler. It's like nothing else bad ever happened in history. Like, what did they used to compare bad things to before World War II? Oh my god, you're
probably the plague. I don't know.
literally Napoleon. Also, I love this. Racist chud. Like, where did the racism part, like, where did that come from? Listen, I don't get on camera and start talking about cars or math or taxes or investing or going outside or the plenty of other things I don't know about. I sit here
Going out. Oh my god.
talk about the gender war and the culture war because I'm good at those things and that's what people watch me for. That is my lane and I stay in it. Emeru likes what she's doing. Her audience likes what she's doing. There are plenty of other channels that will regurgitate your political takes back to you. Just turn on the TV. Turn on CNN. Most people, most normal people, are sick and tired of celebrities just like spewing their political takes completely unprompted. I don't f***ing care what Glub Shitto thinks of politics, okay?
Glub Shitto there looks like he's seen better days. Oh no, that's from Star Wars? Ew. What the hell is that thing? Ew, the more I look at it, the worse it gets.
Why does Glub Shitto have to get on stage and start talking about how we're on stolen land or some shit? Why do you need your
Right,
political
that thing.
opinions thrown up into your mouth by a celebrity?
I think also, I don't know if it's the mentality of some of the people today, but I feel like some of them are just yelling these things too to get their 5 seconds or whatever of fame. Like, it does seem like some people are just like, hey, look at me. I did something. I said the thing.
Like a fucking baby bird.
Ew.
Like, do you really want Sydney Sweeney throwing up in your mouth?
No.
Don't answer that. Don't.
No, I don't want that, but she is the new, I guess, hot girl, quote unquote. I don't even know what to say to some of the clothing those people wear at those award shows either. It's just like, are you? Yeah.
Answer that. Please don't
And if everyone remembers the damn meat dress from back in the day, that was weird too.
answer that.
She's right when she says most streamers are not qualified to talk
Who are
about
you?
politics. Okay, here's the thing, dude. You actually don't have to be qualified to talk about politics to say F ICE. It's not that hard of a concept.
You actually don't have to know what you're talking about in order to just say the line. What? You should look into a topic, do your own research, come to your own conclusion, and form your own opinion on the topic. You should not just blindly, mindlessly say the line.
You know who doesn't do political content? Cutie Cinderella.
Yeah, if you start just saying the line for the sake of saying the line, that basically makes you a sheep, unfortunately, and then you're part of the problem half the time.
Cutie Cinderella literally never does political content. And
Who?
even she's capable of saying F ICE. What about Cinna? You don't have to
Who?
be a political creator to recognize that it's not hard to say F ICE.
You don't have to be a political content creator to say the line. All your other friends are saying the line, Emeru. Why aren't you saying the line, Emeru?
L-Ice. Okay, but unironically though, f them. Straight up.
Okay, sure.
Yeah,
I have no
it's
idea how
them,
half these
don't
people are,
care,
so,
and if
you
you
know.
don't like that I say that, it's you too. You know what I mean? It's really that easy for me, I'm telling you right now.
There's Emeru's roommate saying the line. Aren't we all proud of her? By the way, where are
Again, like I said, I don't know who the hell any of these people are.
All her friends during all of this? Where are all her morally righteous, good guy, big streamer friends while this is all going down? While she's being dragged
Doing her
by
own
half of
thing.
the internet for doing absolutely nothing wrong. This girl who literally just came out of an allegedly abusive relationship. This girl who literally just got assaulted, grabbed by some freak at a convention. Now this girl is going through all of this. I guess it's fine to be silent when your friend is getting dragged by half of the internet, but don't you dare stay silent about current thing. I don't even know this woman, and I'm sticking my neck out for her because it pisses me off seeing this kind of shit happen to people who absolutely do not deserve it.
If you're above the age of 18, you should care about politics in your fucking country.
No, you don't have to. Like I said, I don't even fucking care about it, and I'm almost pushing 40. I should be caring about it because the idiots in charge are actually idiots in charge.
You don't get to be like, well, I don't agree with this whole taxes thing, so I'm just not gonna pay for it.
That's not how it works.
You can't say like, well, I'm just not gonna care about all this politics stuff.
When someone doesn't have an opinion on a political topic, people
My God, I think I just felt part of my brain try to kill itself in that conversation she just had. Ugh.
people like you might get a little mad. When someone doesn't pay their taxes, the government comes and arrests them.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the difference between those things.
There's this weird idea in America especially where like you can just be an adult and be like, oh, I don't care about politics. What?
Many people
Wow, news shocker, lady. A lot of people don't give a fuck about the politics because they're a bunch of assholes. Sorry, I can see this is gonna get me tilted.
most people do not care that much about politics. I know to you and me that's like mind-blowing, that's like unfathomable because our whole life is politics, our job is politics, like
Unfortunately, yeah, it's all part of the social norm, unfortunately, of everything in North America, more or less, I guess, because, yeah, I'm Canadian, I don't shy away from that, but even up here, it's still the same bullshit, more or less.
I get it, but most people's lives do not revolve around politics. They do other things other than fight with strangers online. Crazy, I know, but man, do I envy them. I was so much happier before I knew. Sadly, it is getting harder and harder for
She's not wrong, and yeah, it is getting harder and harder because it's literally in your face all the time. If you're like a user on any of the social media platforms, etc., it's just like, oh, did everyone see? Donald Trump shit his pants again, but nobody cares. For reasons that is a joke, I hope. But no, it's just like it's up in your face on everything because the news always is blasting it. It's like, oh look, breaking news. More tariffs or more bad stuff. And you know what's weird though? Like, the news stopped covering the other crazy crap that's going on overseas, and it's just like, nope, back to this crap.
the average person to not care about politics because politics is seeping into literally everything. Politics will be bending you over and spreading your cheeks and going in dry.
Not only that, Shu, over here, I get political ads just listening, like the radio has them, like sponsored by the government of Canada, whatever, and it's just like, fuck off, I didn't ask for this shit. And it's just like, now that they're radio ads and YouTube ads sponsored by the governments and stuff, it's like, get out of my media, please.
Whether you want it or not. And unfortunately, the people who are like, I just want to be left alone, are the people who are the most fucked by politics. Also, more importantly, Emeru wasn't saying that she doesn't care about politics. She was saying she didn't want to talk about politics. I feel like that is a huge difference. I care a lot about, like, skincare, but I don't get on here and talk about, like, peptides and collagen to my audience because they don't give a shit. They're here to watch me say feminism is doo-doo and make silly little faces at the camera. Yeah, you like that shit? I hate when grown
I wasn't gonna say nothing ever, but yeah, it does seem like she's got a very good skin routine going because she doesn't look like she's really aged at all. So
Women don't have a mind of their own. You are 28 years old. Please develop a mind of your own. All she does is pander to anime gooner men. No mind of her own. I never liked Emeru, so finding out she's stupid and doesn't have a mind of her own is nice. The audacity! If she didn't have a mind of her own, she would have mindlessly parroted the shit you want her to say. She would have mindlessly just been like, fuck Ice. If Emeru came out and was like, actually, I think Ice is doing a fine job, do you think they'd be like, ah yes, she has a mind of her own? No, absolutely not! They are not angry that she doesn't have an opinion. They are angry that she doesn't have their opinion. The absolute audacity to say that this woman doesn't have a—
So it's basically, it's almost like online, things tend to turn into a horde or a hive mind mentality quickly, I've noticed. Whereas a lot of things will pick up, it become the trend, and then it becomes like a hive mind thing or whatever. I don't know the logistics, why it happens, and it spreads like wildfire throughout the internet, but it happens. And personally, I don't care why these things happen. I'm just an observer, basically, to a lot of it.
Mind of her own, while thousands of you people swarm her like drones, barking orders at her to say the line. You guys literally operate like the fucking Borg. So what I'm gathering is that Emeru is a—
Like I said, hive mind.
grown woman who acts like a frail, silly little girl to entertain fat, dirty, incel, Asian fetisher weirdos, and is okay with that, but draws the line at saying Ice is bad. Emeru and Asmon's audience are the same. Incels love Emeru because she confirms the image of the anime bimbo stereotype that incels worship. She definitely cultivated an audience who, in the end of all things, are reactionary. She appeals to violent racists who fetishize Asian women. What the f is this Asian fetish thing? Are they just saying this because she's fucking Asian? Like, I'm trying to find a clip of Emeru saying sucky sucky $5 or something, but it doesn't exist. I don't know what to tell you, man.
And now the clip of Shue saying it probably will exist.
It's not a coincidence that she answered the question this way, and that her fan base consists heavily on Asian fetishes. I don't know where this is coming from, and the woman saying this is literally an OnlyFans, like an Asian OnlyFans model. Like, I'm sorry, are you really the person to be talking about fetishization here? The most insane part of all of this had to be when her ex-boyfriend, her allegedly abusive ex-boyfriend, posted his own f Ice in the middle of his ex-girlfriend being canceled for not saying that. Like, how f***ing—
Why is he dressed like a Sith Lord? Whatever.
petty do you have to be to subtweet your ex like that? Another character involved in all this is former booby streamer Caseytron.
It reminds me of whenever Amaranth started wearing a cowboy hat, because that's whenever she started going like full Nazi, basically.
What?
She started wearing the cowboy hat. It's like whenever these Texas girls in like these Austin, Texas streamer circles start wearing cowboy hats, that's
Anyone can wear a cowboy hat. They don't have to be from Texas.
whenever you gotta watch out.
A woman in Texas wearing a cowboy hat? Lord,
But I mean, like, you don't have to be from there to wear a cowboy hat. But if you are, it's just like, who cares?
take me out. Take me out back behind the shed. Put me out of my misery if I ever become this politically brain rotted. Holy shit.
No, Shue, I think you'll be fine because you actually do look around and, you know, put the puzzle pieces together and go, the fuck?
Like, you know that she probably has like weird incels donating her hundreds of dollars. It's because, like, in my opinion, like, it's all a facade to appeal to the worst type of men.
The more I listen to this woman, the more my brain is like, please, let's just skip this video and move on ahead to whatever else you have planned for today, sir.
Because, like, really misogynistic, shitty incel-like men, they like a woman that doesn't have any opinions. I think that she also plays into how a lot of incels will fetishize Asian women. Her whole platform is just like appealing to like the worst
subtitles are terrible.
men. She's like basically like she's like a pick-me for like incel freaks.
So this fucking pick-me shit, dude. It's gonna be the death of me. Before making this video, I watched a bunch of Emeru stuff, and I saw no signs of like pick-me behavior at all. At least with some streamers or some YouTubers. People could be like, oh, they criticize women, so they're trying to be like one of the good ones, and they're a pick-me. Like, okay, sure, like, that's retarded. We all know that's retarded. But at least I can like kind of see where How is Emeru a pick-me? She doesn't even do that shit. Like, where is the pick-me thing coming from? No, really though, what makes her a pick-me and not the booby streamer or OnlyFans models calling her a pick-me? You are literally selling your body for men to consume. If men do not pick pictures of your ass, you can't pay rent. There's
I'm sorry, but just the way she delivered that is like, damn, Shoe. Fuck.
no bigger pick-me on earth than a fucking porn star. And me. I don't care about being called a pick-me. I've been doing this for over a decade now. I'm used to it. I've been called it thousands of times. I am a 35-year-old married mother. I do not give a shit. I do care, however, when other women are called pick-me for the crime of not following a hive mind. I see it so often in like the VTuber community. Like all these VTuber anime women will be called pick-me's for just saying their opinions. You have to understand, like, to these people, whenever a woman has like an opinion that is not like the corporate HR approved opinion of the week, whenever a woman doesn't toe the line of the current thing, in this case, whenever a woman doesn't say anything, she's called a pick-me. You know, she just must have these opinions for men. No other reason. Everyone.
Like I said, I'm pretty sure this. I don't know how these hive mind trains start, but they happen too often, and they're just shit.
Woman is secretly a big progressive feminist, and if they're not, they're just doing it for male attention. Because I'm sure someone who looks like this is really starving for male attention.
And then in my opinion, it's like she's not entertaining whatsoever.
Please.
She's like, I would literally rather watch paint dry.
So true, because
I would really watch paint dry than watch that thing. Ugh.
you know what is far more entertaining than a cute, high-energy cosplay streamer reacting to memes? This is way more entertaining. And if you don't agree, you're just like an incel.
Yeah, granted, that was oh my god, that reminds me of the time of one of our other videos. It's like, no, you're getting, but what if she's interested in him, but her ugly friend is blocking her, cock blocking her kind of thing? It's just like, yeah, that's kind of the same vibe I'm getting.
Okay.
I know I'm pretty low energy and pretty dead half the time, but I am old. I have been through a lot of shit in my time. So that and the fact that I don't actually sleep anymore, that probably is another reason why I don't have any high energy anymore. I used to have high energy. There's very few times that I'm high energy, but there's just been a lot going on. So that's the reason why I'm usually almost always in power saving mode.
Hey, bitch. Eventually, after a few days of being okay, bitch. Eventually, after a few days of being dogpiled by the most annoying people on Earth, Emeru came out with a statement. Hello, it's very rare I will speak my mind, but I'd rather get my thoughts out there, so apologies if this is long. There's a clip from my stream that's been circulating a lot, so I'd like to explain it for anyone who was hurt or shocked by it. It should go without saying that no one deserves to live their life in fear of being killed or taken away from their homes or families, regardless of who is doing it, but especially not because of ICE or any other government agency. I understand the world is a very cruel and messed up place. You don't have to study politics or actively read the news to know that. I would never want to invalidate anyone who struggles with those things, and an agency causing fear and suffering deserves zero support. To me, that's not even political, it's basic human empathy. Now, I thought that statement was perfectly fine. My issue with it is, she didn't have to make it. She was basically forced to come out and say her opinion. So did these freaks finally back off once Emerald made her opinion about ICE clear? No. Of course not. Nazi response. TLDR, go f*** yourself in your PR apology. And there it is. Of fucking course she's another dumb c***. Girl, we are not as dumb as you look. You're still a racist chud, but continue to enjoy the money you get from your incel audience because they're disgusting, just like you. All I hear is, I support Israel and my name is Emeru. Wait, what?
What?
Where the f did Israel come from? What? I don't like to talk about politics equals I'm a Nazi and I'm ashamed of my opinions. Everyone knows what's up. She's a fascist in disguise and is squirming. Emeru, you are garbage Nazi-loving c***. You got orange around your mouth. Say F you, Asmongold. If you're neutral, if you're neutral, you might as well say you're MAGA. Stand for something, ho. That's what Trump wants, for everyone to be quiet about it. The idea of get off the internet is so fucking ignorant. This dumb cunt needs to shut her fucking mouth. Thank God her downfall is happening. I've been hating on her since day one and knew something was off about her. Not a good statement. She implicitly disavowed ICE, but not so much the actual Trump admin. Yeah, you disavowed ICE, but what about the whole Trump administration? They're like literally the mouse from If You Give a Mouse a Cookie. I was like reading that book to my toddler the other day and I was like, oh my god, this is literally Twitter. You cannot give them an inch, dude. Of course are incel fans swooping in to protect the poor little 28-year-old. Ah yes, incels. Known for defending women online. What?
Huh?
What the does the word incel even mean anymore?
No, I'm pretty sure it's another one of those words that has lost all meaning because it's just tossed around as basically an internet insult now. So the actual meaning has been lost in time, quite literally. Seriously, look it up. It's
Or does it just mean man now? It just means
it's supposed to be what, involuntary celibacy, and it's like I said, the internet basically takes words that used to mean something and basically, yep, this is now the new insult of the week.
man. Man I do not like. I had no idea this was a thing until yesterday. How come no one told me Emaru low-key a femcel? Femcel! Emaru's a femcel! Oh my do people just not know what words mean anymore?
I think they know, Shoo. I just don't think they care. I think they're like, yep, this is the insult everyone's using online, so I'm gonna use it too. It's like, no. Actually, look up what the word means, people, and use it in its proper context. It's not hard. By not doing it that way, you're just proving you're fucking lazy.
How are they coming to these conclusions? I mean, have you looked at her? I mean, look at her. Look at her. Just look at her. Look at her. Yeah, sorry, I don't see it. I think you guys just might be mentally ill. We need to do something about these male-centered women. Okay, first of all, nothing is more male-centered than centering your life around hating men. Men just live rent-free in your fucking head. Take it up with God, go to therapy, do literally anything else than make it our problem. Fuck her, and especially fuck her bestie Asmongold. I hope they get kirked. 30-year-old woman too scared to say fuck ICE to keep her incel audience happy. Let's hope she gets abused again. Couldn't happen to a better person. Next time this cunt is assaulted, I'm gonna laugh and laugh. Fuck her and fuck ICE and fuck you if you support this cunt. Emaru deserved what Miskiff did to her. Fuck Emaru for supporting ICE.
Wow.
I genuinely hope this bitch gets oh, okay. I reported that one. Holy shit. What is wrong with these people? See, you don't understand.
These people are terminally online, is the problem. And I'm pretty sure the whole 2019 event of the world fucked everyone's brains up even harder because everyone was forced to be online. Everyone was forced to be terminally online. And I think that broke the world at that point to a degree we have not recovered from.
I'm good guy, which makes it okay for me to say fucked up things about bad guy. You think saying that to someone is fucked up? Well, you should be abused too, because you're probably also bad guy. It's called being on the right side of history, chud.
Ugh. 1 second, I cannot take this any longer. I need to take a... literally need to grab something. No, anyone wondering, I actually have a shattered tooth right now, and it is a bit... So I thought I could make it through this whole video without taking a painkiller, but no.
Look it up. Nazis deserve death, and silence is compliance. May I just remind the audience that this is what she said.
If you need a streamer who doesn't even know anything about politics to tell you about politics, you probably just need to get off the internet.
Ladies and
She's not
gentlemen,
wrong.
a Nazi that deserves death. What? After making her terrible statement full of lies, Emaru decided to follow right-wing grifter ShoeOnHead. Of course Emaru is now following a fellow pathetic pick-me for being quiet about ICE. They both don't want to piss off their 100% right-wing gooner fanbase. For the record, my fan base is probably like 70% right-wing and 80% gooner. Okay, but for some reason, they didn't mind when I came out and harshly criticized ICE in my last video. Yeah, some disagreed, but for the most part, they didn't care. As long as you aren't preaching from an ivory tower with no nuance, rhyme, or reason, people don't care. I'll say some shit like, we should decommodify housing, and the right-wingers in my audience are just like, okay, commie mommy. These people cannot fathom a universe where people just disagree. Oh, you're just scared. You don't want to upset your chud audience.
Yeah, the world's gotten to a point, it feels like, where people cannot actually have a civil discussion anymore and have disagreements and discussions about things. Everyone's got to be right, and everyone basically, this turns into basically a shit flinging match. So
upset my chud audience every goddamn day. You're the ones terrified of your own fucking cult. God forbid you only agree with 99% of the hive mind approved opinions. God have mercy on your soul. I do not envy you. Once you bend the knee to these people, once you apologize or capitulate, it's over. These people don't actually want an apology. They want to humiliate you. They want to drag you down. At the end of the day, they have found a socially acceptable way to bully people. That's what this is. A lot of people in response to Emeru's statement were like, why did you apologize to the mob? You know, you bent the knee, you're a coward. And honestly, people don't realize how insane it can get. These people, the cult of the CryBully, they come in swarms, they get in your head, they prey on your empathy, they isolate you from your friends, they make you feel like a terrible person for having milquetoast normal ass opinions, or in this case, no opinion. And when you are someone who is not used to dealing with these types of people, or you are someone in like a vulnerable state of mind, it is very easy for these cult-like tactics to work. This shit works especially well with women in particular, not to be sexist, but it's just true. Honestly, you know, now that I think about it, the only people who are immune to this are like autistic people. I swear to God, people on the spectrum are immune to the CryBully tactics. What happened is Emeru just saw like...
It's because most people on the spectrum, myself included, can typically smell it. I don't know how to describe it, but like it's almost like an extra sense, I guess you could say, that some people have. I can't say it doesn't always work on me. Some people just flat out annoy me to the point where I'm like, yeah, I don't care anymore, so I'm just gonna either ignore you or block you.
A shit ton of people who were mad at her, and she wanted to do the correct thing. Unfortunately, this is just gonna make it worse. And they're moving on to one of their favorite tactics.
The big question in everyone's mind is, well, are you still friends with Asmongold?
While it is appreciated that you are taking a stand and clarifying the clip, you do continue to be vague about how deep your associations with Asmon are. So hopefully you've cut ties with that hate-mongering Nazi troll Asmon, right? Glad you made this and owned up to it, but you're still friends with Asmongold, so it doesn't read as earnest. Almost a decent explanation, but the elephant in the room is that your friendship with Asmongold is holding this back from seeming sincere. Okay, now what about your best friend Asmongold? Denounce Asmon or I'm not taking this seriously. You're friends with Assmold. Assmold?
I'm pretty sure she's still friends with Asmongold.
Now, whatever you think of Asmongold, he is friends with Emeru. They are friends, even though they disagree with each other. Crazy, right?
I literally said, like, I don't agree with the things he says. Like, what do y'all want me to do? Like, fucking shoot him on stream?
Yes, that is what they want you to do. Yes. Around 2018, I was facing nearly daily harassment for being friends with someone who was on the right. Hundreds of people were on my ass like every day. They were calling my job. They got emails of my family members. It was like non-stop. Now, this person was a good friend of mine, but in order to get all these people off my back, I did probably the cringiest thing ever, and I publicly disavowed her. Publicly disavowed a friend of mine over political differences. Now, for those of you who are new here, that sounds like something I would never do, but I did it. I bent the knee to a faceless mob of people who hate me. And in return, I received nothing. The harassment didn't stop, the hate didn't stop. Well, needless to say, karma is real, and the same thing happened to me years later. I was publicly disavowed by friends over political differences. This story ultimately does have a good ending. Me and my friend from 2018, we made up years ago. But looking back on all this in 2026 is extremely embarrassing. And if I knew what I knew now, I would have just told those people to go fuck themselves. But in the moment, it's incredibly stressful and you just kind of want it all to stop. And you will do whatever you can to make it stop. So I understand why Emeru came out and made a statement. I just really hope she doesn't wind up disavowing friends over political differences like I did. It was a huge mistake and it is not.
Most of my friends and I agree on the politicians that are pieces of shit in general because they make all of our lives miserable.
Worth it, because you are going to find yourself surrounded by people who see you as a temporary ally and not a real friend. Don't get me wrong, I'm not a never apologize person. You should apologize if you actually do something wrong, if you actually wronged someone, but you shouldn't apologize to like a nebulous, faceless mob of people while facing down a barrel of a gun. There is nothing that she could say and no amount of money she could donate that could convince me she's not a soulless ghoul like all the men she's happily surrounded herself with for years. There is nothing you can ever do to please these people, so why bother? They will not be happy until you—
Yeah, something like that was be something like that. I'd be like, alright, you can go fuck yourself then. There's the door. Bye.
kill yourself, and even then they will dance on your grave. And I know, like, with everything going on right now, like, is this really a video about cancel culture in 2026? And it's like, yeah, I don't know. First of all, you should expect that. You clicked on it.
It's more or less the same shit, just in a new form. But yeah, it is basically cancel culture. Cancel, not cancer. Jeez.
ShoeOnHead video. But second of all, yeah, I feel like this is kind of important to talk about. I feel like this type of thing is part of the reason we are where we are right now. This type of stuff drives people away from the left, and more importantly than that, it's just evil. I saw some leftists covering Emeru being canceled, and they were like, the cultural shift is here. Woke 2.0, we don't play around, we're mean now. Woke 2.0? Because Woke 1.0 worked out so well for you guys in the country, right? You're supposed to learn from your mistakes, not—
No one's learning from the mistakes, and that's a huge problem now too.
Double down and get worse. I don't know how you can look at the last 10 years and be like, we have got to get more annoying. Like, what are you doing? Attacking normie streamers for not wanting to be involved in political discourse? Also, I feel like this goes without saying, but I'm gonna say it anyway. I'm not smearing, like, the left as a whole, okay? This isn't fucking Fox News. This isn't the Nuxanor channel. I'm well aware there are plenty of left-wing people, especially in my audience, who feel the same way I do. I'm talking about a certain faction of the mostly online left. I was about to say it's like a loud minority, but I don't even think it's a minority anymore. I think it's like a majority. Like, I feel like—
It's a horde. It's a mob mentality. As you said before, Shoo, it's a hive mind, more or less.
Like, I feel like I'm one of the only ones, like, holding down the fort. Like, me and Anna Kasparian. And every day I'm called a right-wing grifter for being like, hey, maybe we can focus on the issues that, like, actually affect the working class. You know, things that actually help people, not stupid fucking shit like going after e-girl cosplay streamers. Like, can we just get back to the fact that we are all being ruled by satanic billionaire pedophiles who may or may not be eating children, please? Thank you.
Yeah, the whole thing on that whole mess, I'm not gonna touch it because there's so much going on with that whole other mess going on in the world that, those files though, just keep coming and coming. It's just like, what happens if they're actually, I know it'll never probably happen, but I would want a summary sort of thing of like, okay, if the full things are redacted somehow, what the hell actually happened? Because if it's that long, what the fuck are you hiding? It's like when so much of it's been redacted, I mean, like...
In conclusion, Emeru did nothing wrong. People are tired of having politics shoved down their throat, and you don't need to speak about things you don't want to speak about. You don't have to do that. You don't have to say the line, actually. This is mass psychosis, rivaling on 2020. These people are trying to socially ostracize this woman for not putting, like, a black square on her Instagram. They're just mad at Emeru for not doing, like, the ice bucket challenge or some shit. Like, that's basically what is happening here. If you are going to streamers for political information, you are cooked. If you are going to ShoeOnHead for political information, you are deep fried. So that was that little video. If you liked my yapping, please subscribe. And if you can, donate to my Patreon down below. It really helps the channel out and I appreciate it so much. And I will see you guys very soon with a new video. Bye!
I hope she makes a slop video again at some point, though. I know she said before the next video would be slop, and then this bullshit happened, so it keeps just dragging her back into the hellhole that she's unfortunately covers. Because she does have Hellwold. Yeah, but unfortunately, some crazy, silly stuff doesn't seem to be happening a lot lately. It's just been people shit-flinging lately everywhere, and it's tiring. Anyways, yeah, I know, I yapped a bit too much in this again. I apologize. It's probably the yapping, which is why my mouth is so sore right now. As usual, though, guys, the link to the original will always be down below to these videos, and we'll see you all eventually on the next one. I don't know what it's gonna be. I have a lot to do, so goodbye for now.